What's up guys, Maniac here. Okay, so two trailers came out this week, and I thought they were both so interesting. And I'm going to talk about both of them in one video, so that way I don't have to separate them. So yeah, so the first trailer I'm going to talk about is Interstellar. Now, I'm actually really excited for Interstellar, even though I don't know anything about it, but all I know is that it's going to be directed or written by Christopher Nolan. I mean, I'm a big fan of Christopher Nolan. He makes a lot of good movies. I mean, by over like the past 2 years from now, Christopher Nolan was like directing superhero movies. Like he was doing The Dark Knight Rises, then he was writing Man of Steel. Finally, he's taking a break from all that stuff, and he's like, oh, finally, now I can do whatever I want. Because seriously though, Christopher Nolan can write and make some good superhero movies, like again Man of Steel and The Dark Knight, but he can't just do good regular movies like Memento, Inception. Like those are really good Christopher Nolan movies. He does such a great job with those movies. I just think it just looks fantastic. They really are. So I'm really excited to see Christopher Nolan's take on this movie called Interstellar. Even though I don't know anything about it, I heard it has to do something with space. But I think that'll be interesting to see Christopher Nolan make a movie about space. I wonder what he's going to do. I don't know. Even I heard it's going to be all filled with IMAX cameras and everything. Because, you know, he's all everything about IMAX cameras. You know, everything's going to be filmed in IMAX cameras like the Dark Knight movies and all that stuff. That's going to be really another thing I'll be excited for this movie. But this trailer was really interesting because they didn't really show that much. Like, there's no action scenes, and it was kind of a bit boring, but then it just makes you think. Because the trailer just shows, like, what's his name? Matthew McConaughey? I think that's the actor's name, who plays the main role in the movie. He narrates what's going on, and he narrates, like, what we have accomplished for going up into space. Like, when we made Sputnik, and how we got the first shuttle up in space, Apollo 11, how we got to the moon and everything. My favorite part about that narration is that he says in this part, like, we're just pioneers. We're just starting off with this thing. We're just starting off with all this. We're ready to go way far into the future. And
that we are still pioneers. That we've barely begun. And that our greatest accomplishments cannot be behind us.
And I'm just like, so this is going to be, like, taking place in the future. Because they explain, like, all those things were just in the old days. Like, they're just pioneer stuff. They're just working on to build it up bigger and bigger, which I think that's so interesting. I think this movie's gonna, like, take place in the future or something. That's gonna be my guess for this movie. It's gonna take place in the future, and I think that's gonna be really, really interesting. And that's all I have to say for Interstellar, but I just want to talk about it because it's just, I don't know, it's just interesting, and I'm really excited for this movie. So yeah, and plus, Christopher Nolan, big fan of your stuff. Cannot wait to see Interstellar. So yeah. Now, another trailer I want to talk about that came out is Edge of Tomorrow. Now, I'll admit, when I heard the news that they're making Edge of Tomorrow, and I heard it's gonna be starring Tom Cruise, I'm just like, oh great, it's Oblivion all over again. But when the trailer came out, I'm actually surprised. Because this looks way better than Oblivion. I mean, just look at it. There's all the action scenes and everything. There's cool guys in, like, robot army suits and everything. And they're going to fight something against it. It's going to be so cool. Now, I am kind of a bit worried about it because Tom Cruise is going to be starring in it. Now, I don't hate Tom Cruise. He's not the worst actor in the world. Don't get me wrong. He's a good actor. But he's just not my favorite actor. I mean, he's not the kind of actor I'd be like, oh yeah, he's totally perfect for that. Well, whenever, like, Tom Cruise stars in, like, every single movie, I just think he's Tom Cruise. That's about it. I mean, just nothing that special. Even, like, Mission Impossible movies, I'm just like, he's Tom Cruise. Or, yeah, that's what he's always here for, just sake of entertainment. Whenever he's in, like, sci-fi action movies, I don't know, he's just usually the Tom Cruise. I mean, even there's some, like, people think he's great, like in Jerry Maguire and stuff. He was okay in that movie. I'm sorry, this is just my opinion, okay? I'm not a big fan of Tom Cruise. He's not my favorite actor. But yeah, and even Emily Blunt. I mean, she's starring in this movie too, which I'm not excited for her too, because again, just like Tom Cruise, every movie she stars in, she's Emily Blunt. I don't really care for her. So, yeah. Not my favorite actors. I mean, I don't know why they have, like, the coolest sci-fi ideas, but just, like, put in, like, one of the not so good, not so my favorite actors in the movie, though. I don't know. But the trailer does look good. I think this looks way better than Oblivion. I mean, it's really interesting. I mean, actually, it's really hard to explain what's going on in Edge of Tomorrow. I mean, I'm guessing this is sort of like the source code sort of thing. Like, some guy, when he dies, he comes back to life, and then he has to go through all those things again, just like fix everything. It's like a mystery. I don't know. That's the thing I like about this trailer. It makes me think. I love it when trailers do that. It makes you think what's gonna happen and all this stuff. Like the Amazing Spider-Man 2 trailer and the X-Men Days of Future Past trailer. Like, it makes you go think. I love it when trailers do that. Yeah, the action scenes look really fantastic. I mean, in the trailers, they just look so cool. I mean, you see I was about to say Tom Hanks. You see Tom Cruise in this robot suit, which I think it just looks so cool. He's in this robot suit. He's bam, bam. Oh, it just looks cool, so cool. And that's all I have to say about the Edge of Tomorrow trailer, too, which I'm actually really excited for this. I'm more excited for this than Oblivion. I mean, this does sort of look sort of like Oblivion, because, you know, Tom Cruise stars in it, but, you know, this looks better than Oblivion. I think this Tom Cruise sci-fi movie would be better than Oblivion. I don't know. I'm just really excited. And plus, this is going to be directed by the guy who did Bourne Identity, which that'll make it even more exciting. And also, the director of Mr. and Mrs. Smith? Okay, not really a big fan of that movie, but okay. I'm still excited. I don't care. I'm still excited. I cannot wait to see this movie. This movie's going to be cool, too. So, yeah. Interstellar and Edge of Tomorrow. Both sci-fi movies next year. Way excited for that. Actually, I feel like this year, 2013, we got some good, decent movies. I mean, you know, we got a few decent movies. Then there's, like, only 2 movies. That's, like, my favorite film of the year. Star Trek Into Darkness and Pacific Rim. But next year, it's going to be like the future. Everything's going to be awesome. I mean, you're going to get Godzilla, X-Men Days, The Future Past, Captain America, The Winter Soldier, The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Even I'm excited for the Lego movie. I don't know why. People say it's stupid. I think it's stupid, but still, I don't care. It's going to be exciting. I'm excited for 2014. I think 2014 is going to be like the big year. Cannot wait for that. So, yeah. So, Interstellar, Edge of Tomorrow, cannot wait to see those. So, my ultimate question today is, are you more excited for Interstellar or Edge of Tomorrow? Which looks cooler? Comment that down below. Check out my other videos, they're really cool. Like and subscribe, like my page on Facebook. Email me what movie I should review. Especially it's the holidays. Come on, I really need one. See ya.